I was fiddling with all the settings, all the sound settings when we were playing Minecraft the other day. I'm not sure if I've unfiddled with them. I'm hoping you can hear the music. Where is that? There I am! Hello! How are we all doing? Welcome to the pre-stream stream. This is where the cool kids hang. Welcome to a new save, boys and girls. Because, and I think we can all say this with great honesty and regret at this point, Smorgon was so confusing and weird. And name 3 Smorgon, we're 3 seasons in. Name 3 Smorgon players, because I can't. It just wasn't grabbing me. If some of you were really invested and committed to the Smorgon save, then I'm sorry. I don't make a habit of abandoning saves before they're finished. I think you can probably count on one finger the amount of times I've done it. Have I ever done it before? But it just, I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. I don't think you lot were feeling it. I'm hoping by getting back to what I know how to do, we can all start to have a little bit more fun again. That's the idea. Oh, I've got a text message from Anna. We can hear every word you're saying. Hello, Anna and Andy. They're upstairs. How exciting for them. Thank you to everyone who's already got involved and subbed, by the way. There's a few of you already in. John Boy 1982, thank you for the 12 months. Keno Plinger, good name. Thank you for the sub. Paul and Ray, I always say your name wrong, I think, or maybe I say it right. Thank you for the 12 months as well. Unfussy Marrows in for 16 months. Thank you very much to all of you. So yeah, I decided over the weekend, or yeah, I guess it was over the weekend, I decided I wasn't going to carry on with the Smorgon save. Because I was going to be streaming it last night, and we ended up getting home late from Nottingham, so couldn't stream anyway. But I realised as I was driving home from Nottingham that I wasn't excited at the prospect of coming home and streaming it. And when you play Football Manager as much as I do, if you're not excited by the save that you're playing, it becomes a drag real quick. And I get excited about the home save, I get excited about the Bourne save, and I just wasn't excited to stream. And I think that was coming across in the streams. I was becoming a miserable bear, and I don't want to be a miserable bear. I don't want to get a reputation as a grumpy old man yet. I can't wait to become a grumpy old man when I am really old, but I'm not ready yet. So I cut my hair like a youth, I trimmed my beard like a youth, and we're starting a new save. Sentinel, thank you very much for the subs. Did I already thank Unfussy Marrow? I think I did. Somerset Fruitcake, thank you for the 6 months as well. So yeah, I had to think about what I'd want to do for a new save. I wanted to come back to England, mainly because I haven't started a save in England for a long time. Home was the last save I started in England. I know we managed in England as part of the one that ended up being with Sheffield United, but I think realistically, this is probably going to be the last save I start on FM21. And I wanted to do something that I've never done before, but I'm aware of from my days way back when I used to go on the Sports Interactive forums regularly. And I always remember a thing called the Dafuge Challenge. Anyone who's ever been on the forums will know about the Dafuge Challenge. Pharmaco Crazy, thank you for the 12 months. So that's what I did. I loaded up England and various nearby leagues, but I loaded them up, holidayed forward a year, and then had a look to see who the newly promoted clubs were, because of the absolute madness of what's gone on in football over the last 2 years. There was a lot of clubs came up as well. If we can actually have a look at the clubs who came up. So these were my choices. So if we go to England season summary, my choices were Merthyr, Hensford, Rushall, Poole, Gosport, Chesham, Grantham, Bamber Bridge, and Farnborough. They're all the newly promoted clubs. And I was tempted by Poole, because I remember going to Poole Pottery quite a lot as a kid. Bamber Bridge, I think, is a fun name. But Grantham, Grantham's just down the road from where we used to live. Andy's favourite church in the world is in Grantham. Grantham's a place we used to go quite regularly. We'll probably go to at some point over the next few weeks. Certainly once the summer holidays get up and running, we're quite likely to end up in Grantham. So I figured if we do Grantham, then I might be able to go and take a picture of me outside the ground doing a thumbs up. Yeah, as Scotty says, Scotty lived there for a while at some point, so that was a big part of the decision-making process as well. Wanted to manage every club Scotty's ever lived anywhere near. We've done Boston. Where else have you lived, Scotty? This really is me. Thank you for the sub. So yeah, they were my choices, and I think from those choices, anyone who knows me knows Grantham was going to be the obvious option. So we are in the summer of 2021. It's on a vanilla database, so we haven't got updated league positions as they happened in real life, but what we have got is promotions and relegations have happened. So in this universe, Liverpool won the Premier League, Sheffield United, West Brom and Fulham all got relegated. Forest won the Championship. Can you imagine? I'm going to say that again. That's Nottingham Forest. Forest won the Championship. And also promoted were Norwich and Stoke. Wycombe, Rotherham and Coventry got relegated. Hull won League One. Boo. And were promoted along with Blackpool and Doncaster. So no Posh getting promoted. Very sad. At least Cobblers still got relegated though. Northampton, Wimbledon, Rochdale and Wigan all relegated. League Two had Exeter go up, along with Leyton Orient, Carlisle and Walsall. Southend and Tranmere getting relegated. What a year for Nottingham football. Notts County won the conference and got promoted along with Hartlepool, with Halifax, Woking and Dover getting relegated. And then Fylde moved up from the National League North with Chorley, with Bradford Park Avenue and Alfreton getting relegated. And then from the Conference South, Chelmsford and Havant and Waterlooville, 3 teams getting promoted, and just Chippenham getting relegated. So 3 teams have been relegated. 9 have been promoted as part of everything being shuffled back around. And we are Grantham. Up the gingerbreads. They're called the gingerbreads, and it's not gingerbread like you think you know. If you've never been to Grantham, you don't know what gingerbread is. Grantham gingerbread is different from other gingerbread. It's the best gingerbread. I've made it in the past as a Lincolnshire boy. I like Grantham gingerbread. Round these parts, if you go to the fair, you can always buy Grantham gingerbread. It's usually near the place where you get the brandy snaps from. I know Goose Fair in Nottingham, you can always buy Grantham gingerbread, but Grantham are known as the gingerbreads. So yeah, that's the state of English football as we go into the 2021-22 season. C Watty, thank you very much. Got your name wrong. Thank you. Oh, you did join on Legend with him. Yikes. Just don't move to Cobblers. Well, I think my plan is, if we're doing a Dafuge challenge, which I'm not going to call it that. I'm not going to, I've taken the premise. I holidayed forward and I've jumped onto one of the newly promoted clubs. But it's going to be a road to glory. I think unless something dramatic happens, this is going to be a 1 club save. Yeah, you can see that I holidayed forward a year. The man has retired. The man who holidayed forward for a year. I've started with no coaching badges, Sunday League footballer reputation, attributes the dirt worst. I mean, the attributes are a disaster. The game thinks I'm going to play a Route 1. Inexplicably, I'm being paid £750 a week at a club that basically can't afford my salary for the year. How much is £750 a week over the course of a year? We're just doing a little bit of quick mathematics. 750 times 52. So my salary for the year is going to be £39,000. After they've paid me, there's going to be £3,500 left to run the football club for the year, and £3,000 of that's going on wage budget. You can see we've got a lot of spare wage budget, because as with some of these newly promoted clubs, because I've never started a save on this PC before, we're going to get a few of them pop up. But as you can see, we've not got much in the way of a squad. How many actual players is that? That's so 17 people, but 1, 2, 3, 4 of it. So we've got a 13-man squad. Do we have under 23s? There's 1 guy in the under 23s and no under 18. So we have 14 players. So we're going to have to bring in some players. Facilities wise, as you can see, confirmation, we are the Gingerbreads. This club's been going since 1874, which is baffling to me. This club's been going nearly 60 years longer than Peterborough United. No, more than 60 years longer, which is insane. Was Grantham even a place back then? I find that so difficult to believe. But we play in the South Kesteven Sports Stadium. I used to live in South Kesteven District Council in my old house, which has a capacity of 3,960, 650 seated, which is wrong, I think, because it's 7,550 seated, according to Wikipedia. That was built in 1991. Other than that, we've not got much in the way of facilities. Just make sure there's no affiliate clubs. Good. There are not. Grantham's one of the oldest clubs in English football. Have they ever been at this level before?
Love a new save.
No. So this is the first time ever in the conference for Grantham. Mark Jenkins, thank you for the sub. They've been in the Northern Premier League for a long time. I almost managed Grantham in non-league to legend that year because they got through to the playoff final. If I remember rightly, I think they played Kings Lynn in the playoff final. And is that right? They played someone. Basically, I ended up managing. It might have been Kettering even. No, the year doesn't add up. I think they must have lost to Kings Lynn in the playoff final. But certainly the year where I very nearly ended up managing Grantham one year. It was the year where there were 3 teams potentially who could have got promoted, all of which I could have ended up managing. But Grantham bottled it at the last minute and then had rough times. Bless their cotton socks. So yeah, the plan from here, we're just doing a road to glory. It's going to be a 1-club save. We're going to try and win the Premier League and the Champions League from this starting position as a newly promoted team into the Conference North with only 13 players. The media are expecting us to finish rock bottom with 600 to 1 for promotion. Oh God. One of 5 newly promoted teams. And I imagine we've got the 2 worst best players around. Oh, we haven't actually. In fact, we've got a player who's not too bad. He's almost a quarter of the way up. Jack Stobbs is not awful. So that's exciting. Jack Stobbs is not awful. That should be the headline. This was a YouTube video. That would be the name of it. Jack Stobbs is not awful. Archduke Mellon, thank you for the 13 months. Mike Williams, thank you for the 7 months. Did they get promoted in real life? No. Or else I'd be managing them in non-league to legend. They did not. This isn't a real life holiday. This isn't a real life edited database. This is vanilla FM21 holidayed forward a year. And then we had a look at who the newly promoted teams are. How am I in 2021? Because I holidayed forward a year. I guess you probably asked that before I just explained. Otherwise, I mean, one of us is at fault there. I don't think it's me. Right, let's figure out what the hell we're gonna do to at least not get relegated. Because if we get relegated, we'll get sacked. Because there's no playable leagues below this one, so there is that jeopardy in the first season of relegation, meaning a sacking, and then I guess the end of the save. Club culture is signing players under the age of 23 for the first team. I'm almost tempted to make it a rule. I know we've done under 18s only in the home save. Do we make under 23s only a rule? Or is that going to make it even harder than it already is? I guess we need to see what kind of players come up on scout reports and things first, because I have a feeling we'll probably benefit from signing some older players early on. We'll use it as a guideline maybe rather than a rule. Aidan, thank you for the sub. Srini Venkatesh, thank you for the sub as well. Thank you to both of you. We need to work within our wage budget, which should be doable. Fight bravely against relegation, reach the 3rd qualifying round of the FA Cup, and be competitive in the Fat Cup. I mean, we can be competitive in the Fat Cup. That's doable. So what are we supposed to... Oh, we're supposed to be agreeing to that stuff now. Yes, we can accept all of that. There's your confirmation that Holiday Man has retired at the age of 27. Let's have a look at what we've got then. Who's our best player? Jack Stobbs is our best player. Jack Stobbs is not awful. He's also not under contract and wanted by Filed, who've just got promoted to the conference. So Jack Stobbs is not awful, but may also not be much longer for this football club. Have we got any staff? Oh no, I see. This is the problem of starting a new save on a computer that's never started a save before. We've got nobody scouted. Do we have staff? Go away, tutorials. We have no staff. We don't even have an assistant manager. So, it's me and Ben Holt. I'm only part-time on £750 a week. There's a big Asda in Grantham. I could go and do 40 hours a week in Asda. This is magical. This is a problem. Right. So first things first, let's hire some staff, please. Can we have an assistant manager? Can we have a head of youth development? Can we have some coaches? Can we have... I don't think we need specialist coaches. We've actually allowed to take on a head performance analyst, which seems extravagant, but we'll go for it. I'd also like a director of football, so I've got someone to tell me who to sign. I'd like a chief scout. We're allowed 3 scouts and a director of football. I don't think Ben knows how little money there is at the club. We're allowed a physio and a head physio. We've got 13 players. Why could we possibly need 2 physios? Is there a B&M for the job? There is a B&M in Grantham, but it's but the B&M in Grantham it's like a city centre one, so it's there's no car park, which isn't ideal. You don't even have Adrian Speed as your director of football. Is he there in real life? I know in real life Carlton Palmer is their manager, according to Wikipedia. The dads that are in. Do you remember Carlton Palmer? I remember Carlton Palmer. Back that one season when I had a Sheffield Wednesday shirt because I liked Chris Waddle. And I used to take a picture of Chris Waddle to the hairdressers with me and ask my barber to do my hair like Chris Waddle's. This was after the mullet. This was Sheffield Wednesday Chris Waddle when he looked a little bit like Clark Kent. I used to go and ask for a Chris Waddle, and Carlton Palmer was at Sheffield Wednesday back then. How do you get the motivation to always start new careers? Because it's fun. I enjoy the game. It's a fun game. Right, so we're trying to hire loads of staff. We have nobody at all scouted at the moment. I don't even know if the director of football recommendations button is going to work, and there's going to be nobody to judge these players because we have no staff in. So I guess this is Ben Holt, chairman extraordinaire. These are friends of his kids. That's who's getting recommended. I mean, we've got to get some people in though. We've got to get bodies through the door. And sharpish. I mean, I'm assuming at this point we're just going to play a 4-4-2. I've not even looked at whether that will fit the play. There's no. Why is there no wingers? Ben Holt doesn't know any wingers. Absurd. Smarties, thank you very much for the sub. So we'll get these. Is there any names we recognise on there? I was hoping to see a stray Alfie Payne appear, but apparently not. We might have to check in on what he's doing. I doubt we're going to be able to afford an Alfie Payne or a Tom Elliott, but goodness me. I've got some knowledge of these lower leagues. The only problem, the thing that's going to make this a little bit different to like with home and when we started with Kettering this year is they all started a year earlier than this. So I know who all the freebies a year earlier are because I already signed most of them. People like Terrell Whitaker, who I signed in both saves. Obviously, I know Terrell Whitaker's good, but I don't know what the situation is on the updated database a year on. I'm actually going to have to scout properly, which is ever so upsetting. Right, let's... Oh, stop it. We've got no assistant manager to recommend anything on here. We've got no... We can't even look at star ratings. Oh, my word. Oh, my word. I need an assistant manager urgently. Who have we had as good assistant managers? What was the name of the fella from St Albans? Noble. See if he's about to come in and be assistant manager. David Noble is a coach at St Albans. Oh, he's actually under contract. He's got a 2-year contract with them. I'm not buying him. Who else have we had who could come in and be an assistant manager for me? He's 42. Do you want to be my assistant manager, Jan? They have squad numbers down at this level. He's certainly done the tour. So he's done Gainsborough, he's done Buxton, Ashton, Ilkeston. Rossington, Maine. Do you have... You don't... How do you not have any staff? Oh, he doesn't have any staff profile. Do you have anyone else old? We've got to get an assistant manager urgently. I might have to break a habit of a lifetime and have a look on the staff search screen, which I don't really know how to use. But it's going to take so long to get somebody in. I'm doing this to look for names that I might recognize. So we want someone who's not employed. I don't know, decent no, okay, so nominal reputation. Is there a way to filter this? I want to filter it to people who will consider... See, it won't even let me do realistic appointments. So I would imagine Paul Clement is not a realistic appointment as my assistant manager. Dennis Bergkamp, Rudd Hullet. I mean, why will none of these men come to be my assistant manager? Rude, can you just can you be my assistant manager and also play a bit sometimes? I know you're 58. But I reckon you could still do a job for us. So minimal world reputation. Maybe just any. So we want someone who's based in this country. I can't believe this. Right, based in Afghanistan. That's not quite where I meant. Based in England. We want... So, is there not a way to filter this so I want the ones that are actually assistant managers, not, well, I suppose you could be an assistant manager. Tony Adams is director of football. I don't care then, Tony. Take your stupid glasses off and go back whence you came. I'm looking for assistant managers. Has anyone got Grantham as a favoured club? That might be the way to go. I don't know how to use these search screens. Is there not a way to add that on? Right, here we go. Is favoured club on here? What would favoured club be under, do we think? Favourite club, Grantham. Fantastic. Any. Steve Bruce. Steve Bruce. Oh no, yeah, Steve Bruce is the one. Okay, we're just going to have to wait. I don't think Steve Bruce is going to come in as my assistant manager. So we'll just have to wait to get some applicants. Ridiculous. Right, we're getting money. We'll just wait. It'll be fine. It's not even the 1st of July yet. We've got plenty of time to bring in players. I guess the obvious one, actually, Carlton Palmer. We just talked about him. Is he not in the database? Shh. Breezy, thank you for the 8 months. Do you want to be my assistant manager? Do you know where Grantham is? That's basically the qualification at the moment. If you know where Grantham is, you've got a good chance of being my new assistant manager. Never heard of it. Fantastic. Ah, Guernsey Chef, do you know where Grantham is? Thank you for the sub. Right, we've got a bunch of trialists in, and I don't even know why, because I have absolutely no way to... Oh, okay. For a second there, I thought all of our registered players were out of contract next week, but no, they're the trialists. I was gonna resign and go back to Smorgan at that point. We need staff. We really, really, really need some staff. Yes, we'll have a friendly, please. Right, I wonder if it might be quicker to say to old Benny H. Benny H, can you find me some staff, please? Urgently. He might have some mates that he can just get in for me. Come on, Benny. In you come. Not you. You're already here. Get your mates in. Have you got a son who fancies himself as a foot? I just need someone who's got eyes and an opinion. That's literally my criteria for assistant manager. Have you not seen my own profile? Can I do a coaching course? I might meet someone on my coaching course. I just want to go and find a friend who can come back. Ben. I don't have any friends. You're my only friend, Ben. Why have you got 6 cups out? Who else are you expecting? And can they work for us? I can't pretend I'm not disappointed, Ben. I'm horrified. No one to run training if I go on a course. We're not training. I ain't going on the training ground. I'm not buying a tracksuit. Do you think this is? Can't afford the course. I've spent all the money on my wages. I am a little bit worried that's what's happened. Can I take an enormous pay cut? I don't need £750 a week part-time. None of the players have turned up. The terrifying thing is that's my entire staff have turned up. I am the new Grantham manager. I'm not making any promises. Yeah. It's going to be a tough season. We're probably going to get relegated. I'll probably get sacked. You lot won't be affected because you can just go and play for someone else. Team spirit. New job press conference. I don't really want to go. Thanks. Who's running training? Are we actually training yet? I'd like to think pre-season training hasn't started. Oh God, am I actually running it? I don't want to do training. Training. Can I delegate to anyone? There's no one to delegate to. I desperately need some staff. Nitro, how are you? Do you want to be my assistant manager? And can you take training? Please. Anybody, come and take training. How long does it take to get applications in? Who are my nearby clubs that I can poach an assistant manager off of? Who are our rivals? Ilkeston and Stamford. Right, Stamford. Who have they got as staff? Staff. Just him. What? Why? They've got Luke Steele playing for them. What? Do you want to come and play for Grantham, Luke? No? Grantham's squad isn't strong enough. You're playing for Stamford, Luke. They're in the, 2 leagues below. 3 leagues below. And you don't think my squad's strong enough? Well. Who else have we got on our rivals list? Gainsborough, Boston and Baseford. Right. Who have you got staff-wise? Nobody. Where are all the staff? Right. Goalkeeping coach from Boston. Does he want to come? Right. They've got a £75 a week. Very happy looking man. Do you want to come and be my assistant manager? Lee Stratford. Doesn't he make hair dryers or shampoo or something? Is that the same guy? Probably is the same guy. Have I looked at Andy Legg? I haven't. Good shout. Andy Legg. He's fallen into the abyss with Carlton Palmer, it seems. Horrific. We're just going to have to wait. Maybe don't try the rivals. They're less likely to come. Who do we go for then? Back to the staff search. How do you decide? I need an assistant manager who's not employed. I mean, what else? would be a desirable attribute for him to have? I'd like him to speak English. That would be good. Yes, I'd like him to have a personality. Oh, I get to choose personality. Right. I'd like an easily discouraged assistant manager, please. No. From Equatorial Guinea. I've messed up here somewhere, haven't I? Right. I'd like a fickle assistant manager. There's one option. I'd like assistant manager with low self-belief. I want to be able to relentlessly bully him and then just laugh about it and tell me how funny I am. That's what I'm really looking for out of an assistant manager. A spineless assistant manager. There's nobody that fits the bill here. Very loyal. No, there's no good staff around. You literally can't get the staff. Why are we offering? Why is he coming in as under 18s manager, Ben? This is a message for Ben Holt. Not even a message, more a question. Because if we just rewind for a moment and remind ourselves that we have no under 18s, we have no under 18s, yet you felt that our number one priority for a staff appointment is an under 18s manager whose contract expires in a year during which we'll have no under 18s. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Craig, can you judge player ability? Oh, you can. Craig, beautiful specimen. Oh, Craig! Oh, Craig! What a man. Right, priority number one, Craig's doing... Why can't Craig do training? For goodness sake, Craig. Right. At least we can look at a team report now. Work out who our best players are. So our best player, we already know, is Jack Stubbs. But he's probably not going to be here. Can we offer proper contracts? We are semi-pro. So, I mean, should we be offering Jack Stubbs a contract? Or should we be focusing on signing players? I feel like he's going to be asking for a lot of money here. Stubbsy! How you doing? Oh. Dastix, thank you very much for the sub. I mean, we are definitely going to improve the coaching team. So we're going to bring in some coaches. We should stop doing this. For context, our budget is like £2,500 a week. Between me and Stubbsy, that's it. I haven't got the heart to tell him. I'm just going to get up and leave the room. What a moron that boy is. What a moron. Right, Craig reckons we should do one of these systems. I'm inclined to believe him. We do a direct counter-attacking 4-4-2. I think that's the right move in the circumstances. So based on that, what have we got? Ashley Worsfold. He's got better finishing than most players at home, which is a good sign. 11 goals last year. Stubbsy's all right, isn't he? And Gyamfi, he's a decent player we've got in on trial off of Leicester. feel like we've had Adam Leathers in a save at some point. I don't remember when. Sid, thank you for the bits. 442, one of those saves then. I don't even know what one of those saves means. What did you expect me to be doing in the team expected to finish bottom of the Conference North? I'm going to do an asymmetrical 4-2-1-2-3-4 gegenpressing tiki-taka with inverted central midfielders. Of course I'm doing a 4-4-2. I'm not getting a senior affiliate. It's filthy cheating. I refuse. Right, Leathers. Are you actually going to take me seriously? You won't believe what Stobbsy wanted when he was in here a minute ago. I mean, even that's a little ambitious, Leathers, but let's push you down a little bit. When I say a little bit, I'm going to really try and push you down quite a long way, because we need to sign about 15 players this summer. Go on then. £230 a week. We can't do many of them. Right, so Leathers is hopefully going to be in. Pollock. B Pollock. Or is it P? No, it's not. It's B Pollock. Who's he off of? Hereford. Or as I thought as a kid, Hereford. How is that not Hereford? Or Hereford? How is that Hereford? The English language is pathetic. Right. Jake Alley is a 19-year-old. He looks older than 19. 19-year-old goalkeeper, previously of Ipswich. He can be a sweeper keeper, and he's wanted by Boston. Let's get one over on Boston early on. Start as we mean to go on, ruin Boston's day. That can be the goal of the goal for the first couple of seasons is just to do better than Boston. Just upset them as much as we can. Tom's, see the problem with him, it's the old two first name situation. Another one who's originally that. I mean, Leicester are not our nearest club. I think Ben must have some relatives in Leicester, because these are all Leicester players. And take him. Ben Schroll. Older shot. Fair enough. We need 2 centre backs. We'll have him. We'll take him. We just need players. Season starts in less than a month, and we need a team. So, Jaden Randall, proper fullback. He's done Heybridge, Maidstone, Wealdstone, Concord, and Kingstonian. This guy's like the king of non-league. At 20 years old, he is the king of non-league football. In you come, Jaden. We expect you to be here for about 3 weeks before you go and sign for somebody else. That seems to be the shape of your career so far, and I am on board with it. Come and have some lovely non-league money. Here you go, look. How are we doing against our budget? See, we've already spent nearly half of it. Left back. Renadi Masampu, who is 21, previously of Met Police, Chelsea, and Dulwich Hamlet. Come on then, Renedy. See, Stobbsy needs to take a leaf out of the books of all these youngsters. These lot aren't idiots like he was. They're asking for a sensible amount of money. These are all the players, by the way, who are available before the 1st of July. Am I being an idiot here? Before I go any further, is what I'm doing on the 30th of June stupid? I feel like I should be waiting a day. Let's wait a day, shall we? we're taking the real cream of what's left over from this time last year. The real top tier year-old leftovers is what we're looking for at the moment. Let's wait until the 1st of July, shall we? Tom Batchelor. Why does that name sound so... Why the hell do we need an under-23s manager as well? Oh, hold on. So this... He's 29. He was playing for us last year or the year before. And now he's our head of youth development, is he? What's happened here? Why is he not playing anymore? Welcome as the under-23s manager, Tom. We don't need you. Oh, Tom Bacharek Pitetta. That makes a lot of sense. He's not as good as Bacharek Pitetta. Right, it's now the 1st of July. Let's go back to Ben. See if he can offer me some more players now. Now it's release day. We should have lots more to choose from. We're going to be cancelling all of those offers we've just made. Maybe. One of them still showed up on here. Lots of youngsters. This is promising. Actually got some wide players this time as well, which is nice. Right, let's get these boys in. We have no scouts at the moment, so this is our only route, really, to bring in players. We're asking our chairman for a list of 3 players per position, and then I'm asking my under-23 manager, who until very recently was a reserve player for us, to tell me if he thinks they're any good. If I were a fan of Grantham Town Football Club right now, I'd be delighted with what I was witnessing. Real proactive management. Kane Patterson is a name that sounds familiar. We had Kane Patterson in a save this year, or in a previous year. I think we've had a Kane Patterson. I've lost where I got to just there. Right. Oh, I've lost it. Jake Peck, Joe Porton, Jaden Forrester, Jack Milton, Darius Palmer. I'm saying their names out loud so that I don't forget where I got to. I thought it was John Leslie off of Blue Peter 30 years ago. Tyrone Luthwaite, Charlie Dixon, and Corey Wilson. Isn't that the guy off of the wrestling? Has he got a different surname? I'm so out of touch with wrestling. Is that his name? I feel like it's close to that. It's definitely Corey something. Right. Where do we get to? Corey Graves. So I vaguely knew his first name, but not his surname, and it wasn't even close. Right, Tom Batchelor's in, not Ekpateta. No, I don't. Oh, I hope he's not actually going. If he's gone on a coaching course. Oh, for goodness sake, I misclicked. Oh, we just wasted 800 quid. Right, that's sorted his name out then. Has it? How is it? What's going on here? Okay. It's not X, it was Ekpateta, not Ekpateta. I think it might have been like that. Ekpateta. That'll do. We're not going to interact with him very much. Send him on an English Grantham course. That's not a bad idea. Right. Have we got these trialists in? No. Ian Moondog, thank you for the sub. 10 months.
Cheers.
Wonderful stuff. What a time to be alive. Come on, trialists, in you come. All of you. In you come. You beautiful, beautiful specimens of footballness. Right, look at all this. Look at all this footballer. Oh, look at all these footballers in. Come on. Theo Walcott, in you come. Do you want to be my assistant manager, Theo Walcott? You got a scouting no? Are any of these old men? Juan Mata, do you know how to do staff stuff? No. Don't know who you are. Sorry. Gary Cahill, no. Right. Have we got these boys in? So, Stubbsy's still the best player at the club and he knows it. He's infuriating. Right. We need to cancel some of these offers. So, Jake Alley, we absolutely don't want anymore. Because there's better... Oh, before I do that, can we get Matt Yates? Or is he going to ask for too much money? Hello, Matt Yates. How you doing? Are you going to ask for too... Flipping heck, Matt Yates. You're as bad as Stubbs. Callum Taylor. Get that boy a pair of sunglasses. What's happening here? Cameraman's got his flash on. Where is he? There he is. There he is. Callum Taylor. Should I be signing a goalkeeper who's squinting to that degree? Is that a good sign for a goalkeeper? I'm not entirely convinced it is. Let's withdraw the offer for him. Right, we're building from the back here. James Gorman off of Bristol Rovers. 5'10" centre back. That's what we want. More of this. You are going to have to massively reduce your wage demands, though. Come on. Don't be a silly boy. That'll do. And then Tom Sams. Have we already offered him? Yeah, he's already been offered. So who's the other one? Schroll. We don't want anymore necessarily. And then at left back, we want Joey Hope. Now, we're just going for the highest rated one in each position. Callum Taylor's one of Southend's next goalkeeping prospects. Interesting. Right. Push all this down again. So we now don't want Renedy. Well, I mean, we might do. Joey Hope might go somewhere else yet. But we only really want to be making offers for one player per position. Josh Dawodu. We're getting an entirely new squad. That's what we do. Yeah, entirely new squad. Right, so that's a back four. And then we move... Oh, hold on. Who do we have on here before? Owen Gamble's definitely someone I've signed before. Millington, we already made an offer for. Didn't... Who have we offered for at the back? So one... Is he the... He's the one we don't want now. So one goalkeeper, 4 defenders. One of these things is not like the others. Theo Walcott is just sat there. In you come, Theo. Right. Here we go. So Stubbs, we've got to assume Stubbsy's leaving, surely. Let's try him again and try and get him to do a sensible contract. Come on, Stubbsy. What are you thinking? Anna's telling me I'm loud. Sit in a different room, Anna. You won't be able to hear me. He's asking for even more money now. The Bloody Knight, thank you for your 7 months. The actual Ryan Lawson is in, boys and girls. Do you want to sign for us, Ryan? You see Harry Kane called Luke Shaw Shawberto yesterday, did he? What a pillock. Right, Midgley. Ben Midgley. Look at, he knows he's good. You don't even need to see his attributes. He's 6'4" and has that look on his face. He knows I want to sign him. And there's nothing I can do about it. He knows I want him. He's got a face to prove it. Right, how are we doing for budget? We are getting there. Right. Jake Peck can be my other midfielder. He's off of Luton. We're not really worrying about what role they're suitable for yet, because once we've done this round of players, I imagine I'm going to go through and do like one reserve for each position, like one extra centre back, one extra centre mid. And at that point, we'll make sure we've got a balance of players who can actually do roles that complement each other. Like he wants to be a centre mid on attack, and the other guy wants to be a centre mid on attack. Now, spoilers, neither of them are going to be a centre mid on attack. We'll figure out what they can actually do. Leathers, I'm withdrawing your contract because you're rubbish. So we've got those two in the middle, and then we need... I think I am going to just go for a winger on each side and assume that Stobbsy's leaving. So Tommy Willard from Barnsley and then Aldershot can come in on the right-hand side of midfield. Let's try and push his money down as far as we can, because I'm a monster. And then on the left, Darius Palmer, who's another one who's done a bit of the non-league tour. We're going to get some friendlies, CJ, don't you worry. There will be friendlies in our future. Fringe player, Phil. Jaden Forrester can come in instead, off of Wolves. Yeah, anyone who's coming to me when they know I've only got 13 players, if you're walking into my office trying to push me for a fringe player contract, not at all interested. You're clearly not good enough. You have confidence issues. I definitely can. Mods, can we set up a command about parent clubs and affiliate clubs? I definitely won't be doing a parent club because you can't do them in real life, so I don't do them. Makes it too easy. This is an easy game anyway. We need to make it hard. 6'2", potentially with 20 for heading. Can you imagine if he has? Can you imagine if he's got 20 for heading at 6'2"? You can guarantee what kind of football we're going to play if he has, and we sign him. A 6'2" striker with 20 heading. Right, your job, Corey, is to stand just on the edge of the 6-yard box. We're going to have 3 wingers on each side, and we're just going to sling the ball at you all of the time. And then to go alongside him, we can have Charlie Dixon, who I mean, his head in proportion to his hair. I don't want to bully the boy. I'm just mentioning those two things. Draw your own conclusions. So he wants to be a poacher. We can do big man, little man, big hair. What? That could be the strike partnership we do here. So try and offer him almost no money. Come on. How much money do you need? How much gel do you need to be able to buy? You can come and work with me in Asda. Right, so that would be 11 new sidings. Completely disregards the players that are already here, as is my way. To be fair, the players that are already here are all on non-contract, so they can either be binned off or added into the squad if they're any good. Stobbs is an example of one that's just not any good. But once we've signed 2 strikers, we might decide to keep this guy around, for example, as a backup. So let's see if we can sign these ones. Oh, lovely. Lovely beverage. Oh, I see. I see. Theo Walcott doesn't want to come to Grantham. What a monster. Where's the horn? The horn's in the kitchen. I'm not allowed the horn in my office. Anna said, in no uncertain terms, am I not to have the horn in my office? Has he got a reverse goatee beard? It looks like he's shaved around the goatee zone and not touched any of the... I mean, he's a stylish boy. He is a stylish boy. Right, let's get some friendlies in. When do we play our first game? There, Telford. So let's get some Saturday friendlies in if we can. Nearby. We just want teams for fitness. Bourne. Yes, we'll have Bourne. And then I guess we'll stick some midweek ones in. Tuesday night. Do I look Spanish to you? Wednesday. What's Wednesday? Tuesday night, obviously. We're just going to stick all the local teams in. I have Newark in there. And then who can we stick in there? I kind of want to find Blackstones, but they're not on here. So let's have Sleaford. How many is that? 5 friendlies. Stick one more in, maybe. And then we've probably got enough. Melton. Ask him to bring us a pork pie with him. Beautiful. Bum, bum. Right, that's got our friendlies in. And now we're signing a goalkeeping coach. I don't think this chairman's priorities for the staff we needed are the same as my priorities. At least we now have a goalkeeping coach. Which is exactly what we needed. Don't mind me. We've got a bit of a shiny head situation going on. Got to do my makeup before I started. Oh, much better. Much better. Much better. Oh, players we can take in on trial. Beautiful. I don't know who's doing the scouting. Tom Batchelor, not Ekpatet, is doing the scouting. In his capacity as under 23 manager. I don't really understand. Why is he doing the scouting? Right. Come on then, boys. See if any of you are any good. I'm expecting you not to be. Have I been on the FM SMP Minecraft server? I have, quite a lot. Or do you mean today? I've not been on today. I've not been on for a few days. I was on there till like 3 a.m. on Saturday night. Right. Are any of these new trialists any good? Not really. Have any of these players signed yet? No. We're just going to wait for this first batch to go through. When's our first league game? 3rd of August. We've got time to take our time a little bit and put together a bunch of players. I think. I hope. I hope there's going to... Right, here we go. Talking of hope, my first signing. I mean, that's prophetic. Our first signing at our new club, playing at Tier 6 for the first time in their history. Our first player is called Hope. It brings a tear to my eye. Come on, Joey. Welcome to our new captain, everybody. Joey Hope. Beautiful. Absolutely sensational stuff. Joey Hope. Look at him. Look at him. Love it. In fact, that's worthy of tweeting out. Right, let's think of something suitably witty. We may have started with only 13 players, no staff, and no money. But at least now we have hope. Oh, Kev. Oh, Kev, you special, special boy. There we go. We've got him. We've got him! Didn't even do it for the pun. Or did I? Right, are we getting any more in? Any more for any more? We didn't get him. Oh, squinty goalkeeper. We didn't get. We haven't got him. Oh, see, now it's all going wrong. We haven't got him. Everything else is falling apart. We've only got hope. Oh, God. Oh, my word. Is hope enough to keep us in the league? Oh. I'm from Grantham. This is the first time I've seen someone do my FM content. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, dear. Oh, we really are not getting anybody else. We'll just wait for these ones to fall through. Then we'll do another batch of trialists. What's happened here? What's this? Oh, God. I'm not managing a friendly. Ugh. They think I'm some kind of commoner. Ugh. Get my goalkeeping coach to handle all that dirty work. Yuck. While we're at it, anything tracksuit based, I want no part of. Much better. Much, much better. In fact, should we get my my boy Ben to see if he can bring me some players in as well? Goalkeeper coach to handle that. Good pun. Scott, you know how I feel about puns. Not big and they're not clever. Grantham, Hammer, Melton. Yeah, we did. Get that fitness in. Well. Oh, we might actually have an assistant manager coming in, though. Gary Horgan. Thank goodness. Because we have only signed one player. Come on, Peck. You're our last hope. I guess Joey was probably our last hope. Unless something really unexpected happens. Oh, my word. What a guy. We really did just... We only signed one player. Out of all of those trialists, we signed one player. Let's spin them all off and try again. What is happening? Why can't I? Because I'm pressing caps lock rather than shift. What is going on? Why can't I highlight everybody? Is my keyboard broken? There we go. I'm trying to release all the trialists. And ask for new ones, please. I know what buttons to press to do what I was trying to do. The confusion was the buttons weren't working. Oh, good. We're back to having no wide players available. They lasted a long time having wide players available. Right. Let's get the next batch in. Anyone wondering why I'm not just selecting all on this screen? Someone else can explain it to you. Millington, didn't we already have in on trial? We did, but that doesn't mean he might be the best again now. Ben the Hitman Hart there. Get him in. Yam Fam, I'm sure we've had before. I remember unusual names, and I'm sure I've had a Yam Fam before. Right, let's get these boys in. Why wasn't there a streamer showdown last month? Because the Euros happened. Has Terrell Whitaker been signed yet? If I start looking for Terrell Whitaker, I'm going to start looking for everybody. I just need to go with who comes up organically. We might not be a big enough club for Terrell Whitaker. We're no home. Thought Millington was refusing to come in, but no, he's just signing for somebody else instead. Yikes. See, these are much more like it. Not as good. How do they compare to Hope? That's the question. I know this isn't a custom database. This is just vanilla FM. Holidayed forward a year. And then we took on one of the newly promoted clubs. Poor old Joey Hope. There's 2 players supposedly better than him. I'm not prioritising left back just yet. We're going to get the rest of the squad in first. Not paying signing on fees, I think, is going to cause a problem. I'm not going to negotiate the salaries down this time because we didn't get any of our players last time. So I'm going to leave the salaries where they want them, but take the signing on fees out because we don't have signing on fees. So they're going to cost us potentially a little bit more. But we need some players. We can't have another batch of 30 trialists where we only sign one of them. I do like the salaries these guys are asking for, though. Much more reasonable. It literally is a case of if... Oh, sugar. How much money does he want? Hold on. Does Ben the Hitman Hart want less? Because he might be the one we actually go for. No, he wants just as much. Right backs are apparently very well paid in this universe. Daniel Malone off of Stoke. See, these boys are a bit more sensible. If they ever find out what the right backs get paid. Michael Adu. Any player called Adu in Football Manager has got to be worth a sign-in. We'll bring Yam Fam in if we can. Oh, he can't play on the left wing, apparently. Stobbsy's the best on both sides. Jude Boyd. A non-contract breakthrough prospect. Now you're talking. Ben Guy from Villa. Thinks he's going to come in as a star player. Well, you know what, Ben Guy from Villa? You better be worth it. And Andy Fennell. Wonder if that's what he tastes like. So that would use up our entire wage budget. Oh, don't taste your players. How do you know who's better? Sometimes you have to taste your players. Some of you like have some weird ideas of how football management works. Come on, boys. Are any of these like any good? Probably not. Okay, so I guess he's quite good, isn't he? Okay, so a couple of them are quite good. I'll give them that. We're disregarding wage budget, apparently, at this point. Right, have we not hired an assistant manager yet? I thought we were hiring one. Organ's coming in. Were there any better options? Not really. Right. Let's see how many of these we get then. No, trialists can't play in the league. So we need to get players in before the season starts if we are going to use them. Dipping source of preference for trying out your new players. I don't really like to dip things. I like to taste things. You need to put a sauce on something. Eat food you like. It's simple, really. If you need sauce, try eating something you like instead. We'll continue the coach advert for now. Grantham were one of the newly promoted teams. That's how I've got them in the conference. There were 9 teams promoted. Grantham were one of them. Right, we have our second signing. Arkell Jude Boyd is a right winger. He would be our 4th best. Oh, God. He's got potential. That's all that matters. What if I like sauce? Then don't dip stuff in it. Just eat the sauce. Do I have to explain everything to you people? It's not complicated. Goodness me. Just take any of these. Anyone who wants to come in, get them in. Get them all in. Right, we have a physio. Why have we got a fat physio? Oh, he's in charge of fitness. Week tomorrow until I get my first ever visit to Bodine's. Exciting time. So you're saying a burger doesn't need sauce? No. If you've got a nice burger with some nice cheese, maybe a bit of nice crispy bacon, some gherkins, of course it doesn't need sauce. Filthy sauce. Filthy, filthy sauce monsters. So I'm actually... Forget nuts now. You like the sauce monsters. Never explain to anyone why that's the case. When you go on raids, you're just going to go in there screaming, "The sauce monsters are here!" Loads of players signing now. Oh, look at all these footballers. This is doing transfers now. Ryan Holland's got a grumpy on. We know what, Ryan Holland? That's easy to resolve. Bye. How do I feel about a fried egg on a burger? Unnecessary. Right, so we're now well over our wage budget, with more players still potentially coming in. But we actually have the makings of a team now, which is useful. Stobbsy's still the best player, but there's nothing I can do about that. Right. We don't necessarily need another physio. If they want to hire one, they can hire one. Have we not got any scouts coming in yet? Got a chief scout coming in. He's got a good beard as well. But let's try and get our own scouts in to go with him. Get rid of this. No, not chief scout, just scout. Silly boy. I mean, you've applied for this job. You have applied for this job. Oh, you actually were applying for chief scout. Okay. Surely we're selling. Hope won't kill me. No. Hope's a good boy. Thank you for the sub. What's that? 13 months. Right. I'm not unveiling new gingerbread. That's dangerous. Right, new centre back is in, but we're not getting Adu. He's gone to Dartford. Gethin's really quiet tonight. That can be resolved. Someone else will have to sub now. The entire construct of a burger is unnecessary. You could just eat the meat in a sandwich without mincing it. Form the patty. That is true. I propose we all do that from now on. Right, I think we already have a director of football coming in. We do, so we don't need that advert anymore. I thought we already had a head of youth development. Maybe we don't. Let's... Who's got the best combination here? This guy. Tom Marshall. Oh, that's loud! I'm a nut. Is that too loud now? Z-Man, thank you for your 15 months. 12-month streak as well. Is that too loud now? Or is that just right? Maybe it's my headphones are too loud. Yes, too loud. There you go. Someone else is going to have to subscribe now to see if it's at the right level. Right. Tom Marshall, Head of Youth Development. Beautiful. Right, we have a Director of Football coming in. So now we can shuffle around some more of the off-the-pitch stuff again. It woke me up. What a beard on this guy for our Chief Scout. A Chief Scout with a 5 and a 3 for judging. Brilliant. To be fair to him, he's got better attributes than I have. Jam first or cream first on a scone. If you're not putting butter on your scone, you're a weirdo. Better than life. Thank you very much for your 11 months. Was that volume all right now? Or do we need to fiddle some more? Are we going to need another sub to sort the volume out? Right. Staff stuff. So now we can start allocating some of this stuff to various places. So my director of football can now do that. Excellent stuff. He can also handle contract renewals, so I don't have to dirty my hands with learning the names of other staff who work here. Apart from the guy who fries the chips, I'll befriend him immediately if I haven't done so already. That all works for me. And then he can do that. He can also do that. I'll do everything else on there. And then obviously I'm not doing any media stuff. Why else would I have a goalkeeping coach if not to handle the media? Have we not got an assistant manager yet? We probably need to get on that. I thought there was an assistant manager on the way in. There is. He's just taking forever. Passed the exam last week with 98%. Good work, Beagles. Clotted cream and strawberry jam on a scone is better than butter. I'll have jam and butter. I don't really do cream. I'm not really a cream kind of guy. And the idea of anything clotting just... I mean, it doesn't appeal to me. Do you want some cream on your scone? I'm not really into cream. Yeah, but this cream is clotted. Oh, well, now you've sold it to me. If it's clotted, yes, please. Can I have some more? Horrible. What's wrong with people? What is wrong with people? Same with sour cream. Do you want some cream on your burrito? No thanks. Yeah, but this cream's gone sour. Oh well. Oh well then. Yes, please. I'll have some sour cream. You weren't clear before. Why didn't you mention that the cream was sour? My mistake. Have you got that £880 TV enclosure for Andy's room yet? Nope. No, we have not. So Gary Horgan still thinks he's a player with a beard like that, and it looks like he's still registered as a footballer as well. But he can be my new assistant manager. And there he has retired. Poor old Horgan. Horgs has retired. Let's get back on here again. So, what do I want him to do? He can do all the media stuff. And definitely training. I'm not getting involved in training. Ugh. And then he can do those bits as well. Why am I on there? My name shouldn't be anywhere near any of this. And then there we go. I think backroom staff is set up how I want now. We could still do with a few extra bodies through the door, like an extra coach, an extra scout. But the actual heads of department are in. In fact, they're not. We don't have a head of youth development yet. I don't care what goes on beneath the heads of department. James Barrett is concerned. Well, you know what? The solution is there. Barrett, you're out. You're not happy, you're out. There's my head of youth development in. Get him on there.
Get that Horgan earring is cat.
No, this isn't an updated version, Carl. This is just holidayed forward a year. Right, we need to go back in again for youth stuff. Does the head of youth development do any of that? No. I feel like we can get him involved in some stuff down here. What does a head of youth development even do? Other than, I guess, develop youth. There you go. He doesn't actually do anything. Fair enough. Matt Bakero, thank you for the sub. Any chance of the little fat moron coming in and the coaching staff? I don't remember his name, so probably not. Right, Toby Ellis is in as head performance nerd. Head nerd. Right. Money is becoming more and more of a problem, as it always does in saves that I'm involved in. We've still got 2 players potentially coming in. And then we'll do another wave of contracts and trials and probably start getting rid of some players. Will be the next step. Who plays for Bourne? Probably nobody, because they're tier 10. My watch is just reminding me to breathe. Yeah, nobody. Get all staff on voluntary to start with. Nah, pay them what they're worth. Money's someone else's problem. It's certainly not my problem. Why are they still branded? Why wouldn't they be? Would be my question. Right. That is all of the latest lot of transfers done. So, have we got any players on contract who are rubbish at this point? We've still only got 19 players, so I guess releasing anybody is probably a little bit premature just yet. Although he can probably be released. So we can now start seeing where we've got some gaps in the squad. Stobbsy, are you ready to talk about a sensible contract yet? You're getting closer to sensible. I actually think that might be doable. See if he wants to see sense. He does. Right, we might have Stobbsy tied down here. Is there anyone else we'd want to offer a contract to? Not really. So let's do another batch of trials. Then we can start looking at some loans. We've still got 2 weeks until the start of the season. This is going really rather well so far. And you know what's making it so much more fun than Smorgan already? I remember the players' names. It's just so much easier from a storytelling perspective when you can remember their names. I think managing in obscure leagues is going to go onto those lists of things. I have a growing list of things that the viewers think they want. You think you want something different. You think you want something you've never seen before. Until you see it for a bit. And then realise, actually, it's better doing what we normally do. I don't think I've ever started a save this late in the year like this. Will this be on YouTube? No. Although, potentially, I mean, the replays will be on LOLLUJO Live. And we're looking into potentially doing some highlights to go up on the main channel. But I'm not committing to that long term. We'll stick the first one up later in the week. There'll be a highlight video of this stream. If that goes really well, then we'll do a part 2 at some point and take it from there. But it needs to be something that people will actually watch. I don't know how likely it is that people are going to watch stream highlights on my YouTube channel. I guess we find that out. Everyone loved Apollon, or is that an exception? I think Apollon was an exception because, I don't know, Apollon, I guess you say everybody loved it. Oh, so he's the one guy who's actually on a contract, so we couldn't release him. View-wise, it was like the 4th most popular series I did last year. Or 3rd. It was well behind Born and Non-League to Legend, popularity-wise. So even that didn't get the amount of views that I think the people who watched Apollon loved it. But a lot of people didn't even bother giving it a chance because it wasn't in England. Right, next batch of trialists are in. Let's have a look, see how they match up. What are we going on about the showdown? What's the matter with the showdown? I'm confused. Right, so what do we actually need? I mean, we just want to get the best players at this point. So a really, really good striker would always go down well. So David Fisher is a poacher. What have we got at the moment? Ben Guy is an advanced forward. Worsfold is a pressing forward. Omprion is a poacher. This guy's a poacher. So let's take one of the poachers then, if they're cheap. We're not going to throw loads of money around at this point. Probably could have negotiated that a bit. What have we got in midfield? So we've got 1, 2. He's one of the guys that's already here and he's being offered a contract elsewhere. We should probably offer him a contract. So we'll offer him a contract. Do we care about that guy? We just signed that guy. We just signed that guy. So Stobbsy's best on both wings. And And then at the back, we've got Zito, who we've just signed. So we could really do with another centre back. Right, let's try and get another centre back. See, we're already, money's starting to become a problem because we're going so far over the wage budget. So we can take a centre back. What about you, Coxie? Never have too many centre backs. And you, Ilunga Pata, star player. We're not going to afford a star. Oh, maybe. You know what? Just keep throwing money around, Kev. Keep throwing money around until someone notices what you're doing. That's the system. Franklin Dommy. Come on, just keep getting it. Do it quickly so no one notices it's happening, Kev. As long as the board don't know, you're golden. Elliot Goldthorpe. Get him in. Get him in now. Get him in. Dean Pinnington. Get him in. Get him in. We can release a load of players after. See, there you go. I knew they'd notice eventually. So I think that's as far as we're going to be able to go. What? What's going on about the showdown? I'm confused. I'm now tracing back in the conversation to try and work out what's going on in the showdown. I don't see anything. I don't understand. Missed the start of the stream. How did you land on Grantham? They were one of the 9 promoted clubs. I holiday forward a year. Grantham were one of the 9, and I wanted to do Grantham because it's near where I used to live. And I know the area. So that made it more appealing to me. Do the media still think we're going to finish rock bottom? Oh, look, these signings have moved us up to 18th. We're now the top of the promoted bunch. This is good. We've made good signings. Tried to sign Stobbs in my Alfreton Town save. It wasn't interested at all. Went to an EFL club in the end. Wow. Do I have a player for each position in the starting 11? Yes. We've got, if all these players come in, we'll have like 23 players, and then we can release some of the fringe players, like some of these non-contract players who were here at the start. Like those 3, for example, they're going. There's not a chance they're sticking around. So we'll be releasing some players off. Why do I always do English saves? I don't. I literally just did a save. It was in Belarus. I didn't really enjoy it and no one watched it. Yeah, we will be looking at loans in a minute. Right, Brad Abbott signed a new contract. So he's one of the players who was in last year. James Jones is coming in. Good, good. Ilunga Pata is coming in. Oh, these are some signings here. These are some signings. Ben Middleton's got a grumpy on. You feel like you're not going to play a lot of football, Ben Middleton? Get out of here then. You're making it very easy for me to decide who to release. Got to the National League North in 2026 with the Isle of Man. Nice. Good work. Right. Hey, Stobbsy's got his contract signed. Look at the value on him. Tell you what, we've got a star here. We've got a star. Right, before I send anyone else on courses, can I go on a course? No. I'm always putting other people ahead of myself. I'm a really nice man. See, we are so far over our budget. We're just going to pretend the budget doesn't exist and hope nobody notices. Right, let's start binning off some of these players. So those 3 can all be released. Those 4 even. This guy's 25. Yeah, he can go as well. Michael Hollingsworth. Release. I feel like I've had him somewhere before. I don't know where. Worsfold at the moment is still one of my better strikers, so we'll keep him for the time being. No, lowering them makes no difference, so I won't. We're not getting Dommy. Ooh, we're not getting Goldthorpe. We are getting David Fisher, though. Beautiful. Hollingsworth was at Boston, was he? There you go. Andy Fennell. Didn't we just sign Andy Fennell? But I can't just release him. Like, my man management isn't going to work anymore. I'm actually going to have to talk to one of these dirty, smelly footballers. Calm down, Fennell. You've had a weird thing about me ever since I tasted you when you first arrived. Oh, go away. Right. Have we not got coaches yet? We're still 1 coach short. Right. What positions do we need coaches in? You've never seen me look at this screen before, have you? So, just ridiculously, despite having a dedicated goalkeeping coach, it's still our weakest area. But we want an attack-minded coach. So, this guy. Is there any names I recognise in there? Not really. Is that Ben's mate? I ain't signing him. He ain't coming in. You'll do. Matt Richards. Can't click his name properly. Right, get him in. Happy birthday for Saturday. Thank you very much. Right, we're going to start. We're going to get rid of the trialists. Have we got everybody in now? No. We're just waiting for Cox. Once Cox is in, we start looking at loans, or once he's gone somewhere else. Then we'll know. Then we'll know exactly what our team looks like. Scott, you're supposed to be a mod. You're a disgrace. Right, we have... Oh, there you go. We already had a coach coming in. So we'll take the one that my director of football felt was the right one. The director of football is usually... Right, no Cox for us. There you go. That's not a bad... For a newly promoted team, that's not a bad off-the-field setup that we've got there now. That we've assembled in double quick time over the course of the summer. It's taken us like 3 weeks. We have no more transfers due to come in. So let's now get rid of the trialists that are here. So if we terminate trials and then see how many players that leaves us with. Oh God, not many. So we have 15 players. How the hell have we gone through? How have I added $4,000 a week to the transfer budget and ended up with 1 more player than I had before? How have we signed all those players and ended up with 1 more player than we had before? I've got a bit overexcited releasing some of these non-contract players, I think. Oh dear. Under 23s, right, we can bring him up. He has to come up into the first team squad. And he's just not good enough. We have to pretend he doesn't exist. So we have 16 players. Now we can add some loans and we're fine. Right, we do need a goalkeeper. Is there anyone else we really don't want? No. Okay. So what positions do we need to strengthen the most? We only have Stobbsy on the left wing. So we need a left... How many loans are you allowed in this league? Is it 5? Somewhere it will tell me. Maximum of 12 players on loans. Right, match day squad. What's the restriction? I think there is a restriction. So we're allowed 6 long-term loans, 12 short-term loans. There's no limit on the match day squad. So we could go out and get 18 loans now. Probably not going to. We'll get our 6 season-long loans, though. I'm a bit miffed that my director of football isn't already doing it. Have I not set this up right? Normally, the director of football would be making moves for loan players at this point. Come on, Schulberg. What's your game? Let's come and ask him what's what. Schulberg. We want a left winger on loan. In fact, just show me one of everything on loan, please. Because we need multiple players. If I see any names I recognise, we obviously go in for them. Otherwise, I guess we're asking to trust our scouts for the first time. Probably should have been scouting these a little earlier. Now I think about it. Right, so we need a left winger. We don't know anything about them. Oh, we've done a boo-boo here. And the National League is the limit of 5 in the matchday squad. It didn't look like there was just there. Maybe that's the full fat National League. Oh, there's someone from Posh under 23s. Oh, he's wanted. Who's he wanted by? Welling. That means we should probably go in for him. So what positions do we need to strengthen? Right, so our back 4... Let's have a look at what the team's going to be. Not necessarily going with whatever selection advice says here, but let's... So we've only got 1 goalkeeper. Hope is our only left back. Drew is a right back. Okay, so we're not arguing with any of this so far. Stobbs on that side. Patter on that. Yeah, this all makes sense. This has actually picked the best players, hasn't it? Which is handy. This is why I often go with this. Right, so he is an advanced forward. And he is a poacher. Or he can play pressing forward. So, yeah, leave him on pressing forward then. Stobbsy, when he plays on the left, wants to be an inverted winger. He's a right footer. We can work with that. And then I wonder, now we brought all these players in, I thought we might be able to do wing play. We've got a fancy winger. Of course, we'd rather do wing play than this nonsense we were just looking at. Stobbsy, can you stay wide? Can you play as a winger? I don't know that I want you inverting unless Joey can be our only hope, charging forward on the left there. With his 4 crossing and his 1 dribbling, we're going to play him on attack. What's the worst that could happen? So you want him inverting. He's going to be... Can you play target man? At 5'9", probably not. So you can be a pressing forward. On support. Yeah, you can do that. So you're a central midfielder on attack, right? Are you? What foot do you use, Malone? You're right only. You are right. So what we actually want is you kind of dropping back in there. And then you doing that. Can you play box to box? Not very well. You're all right doing that. Okay. You can play box to box. Interesting. But then you want to be more attacking. Can you tackle at all? Not too bad. Not too bad. So we could even go for the old faithful box to box deep line playmaker. And then do what? What have I just done? What did I just do? Mess them two up is what I just did. You are a central defender on defend. You are central defender on defense. So leave you both as that. And you want to be a sweeper keeper. You ain't being a sweeper keeper in this system. We're going to go a bit more positive. So you, and you want attack. That works for me. I really want Stobbsy over on that side. So I think we really need a good left winger. We definitely need a goalkeeper. Right, have we got any players who we've already scouted who we could potentially get in on? Wow, he played for Posh forever ago. I mean forever ago. Wowzers. Get him in. That's amazing. There's a guy up front. Yeah. Right. Loans. What have we got? Be a left. You're a left winger. You special but So you're from Kidderminster. Pressing forward, who's either footed. You could come in and be my third striker then. What league are Kidderminster under 23s playing in? That's absurd. You can get him for free. Yeah, but we can't pay his wages. So if we loan him... but they still want his wages. We needed to be able to take him... Any loans we get need to be loans that aren't going to cost us anything. Because we don't have any wage budget to play with anymore. So we need to... How long is it until our first game? We need to get some of these scout reports done. Why would they all be on hold? Why are they all on hold? Weird. Posture check. There we go. Posture is checked. Medveden, thank you very much for the sub.
How does name in the game work? I'm naming the game on with home.
Name in the game, it's new gens only, so you'd have to wait for some new gens to appear. Right, here we go. Mitchell's now finally making some moves. If he thinks we can bring in a backup goalkeeper, then I say go for it. Wow, how is he that good at this? He was never that good when he played for Posh. Look how much better he is than everyone else we've got. Is there any chance he doesn't want much money? No, there's not. Never mind, eh? Board have cancelled the transfer of Matt Richards. Yeah, we don't want any more coaches. That's fine. We can live with that. You only have one guy scout. You can only do one at a time. I thought we had multiple scouts. We've got a chief scout and 2 scouts. What's everyone else doing? Lazy toads. We'll get them eventually. I mean, we've got enough players to play the first game of the season. We'll be all right for the first day. Demand More FM is raiding with a party of 5. Thank you very much, Demand More FM. Who's probably now going to go off and keep getting killed on the Minecraft server. Because that's their role on the Minecraft server. Welcome along. How you doing? Have I done my corners and throws? I haven't yet. We'll have a look. We're just waiting for some of these scout reports, really. Right, we need a captain. Brad Abbott. Why not? Be our captain. Oh, he's already the captain. Well, it's a good job that I gave him a contract then. David Fisher is a 19-year-old striker who's never played a game for us. He's probably not the man to be vice captain. James Jones, 22-year-old centre-back. That's much more like it. You can be vice captain. There we go. We left Boston a couple of years ago to become Grantham captain in real life. Well, there you go. Serves as down for troubleshooting with live chat. Oh, are they? Never mind, eh? It's probably for the best. Keep me away from Minecraft for another evening. I was on there until like 3:30 in the morning on Saturday night. And then I had to drive to Nottingham the next day. I was not happy yesterday. If anyone's seen the vlog that came out today, the bags under my eyes are well concealed because I have sunglasses on and an excellent new moisturizer and eye cream. But still, they're there. Right, we have our backup goalkeeper. Oh, look at that. Oh, Mitchell, you're spoiling us. I've signed this guy before, definitely. Cream from Manscaped. No, I get my testicle deodorant and stuff like that from Manscaped, but the eye cream I like Man Cave eye cream, moisturizer, all that kind of stuff. Admittedly, they don't pay me to talk about them, so let's get back to talking about Manscaped, who do pay me to talk about them, and they're great. Almost as good as NordVPN! Exclamation mark NordVPN. Go do that. Go do it now. I manscaped in celebration after the football on Saturday. Well, Scotty, it's interesting you bring that up, because I cut my hair and beard on Saturday before the match, and Twitter called me a maniac. But I did say if we won, then I guess I have to continue to trim stuff before England matches from now on. So I guess I have to manscape for the semi-final. All about Bulldog skincare. I don't mind Bulldog stuff. I don't. The man cave stuff just smells nicer. Bulldog's a little bit testosterone-y, a little bit gym changing roomy. Whereas Man Cave is a little bit less blokey. I don't want lads moisturizer. Any more upcoming brand deals on the vlog channel? Always upcoming brand deals. Feels like, despite having someone who their job is to do that stuff for me, still feels like I spend far too much of my time messing around with brand deals. Ball cream makes my balls feel incredible. I can't lie. Exactly, Scotty. It's good cream. First time I've been associated with lads. If you use Bulldog skincare rather than Man Cave, it's definitely lads. Although, to be fair, I don't know how many lads care about skincare regimes anyway. So maybe, I mean, that says a lot about me, really. But I think it's possible to get a moisturizer that's too laddish. That's as far towards laddish as I get. That moisturizer is a little too masculine smelling. Oh dear. Deary me. Right, it's the first day of the season, and we have a tiny squad. This might be the smallest squad I've ever gone into a new season with. Have any of these loans come back? A lot of them have. Why have I not got notifications of this happening? Right, so we need a left midfielder. That's priority number one. There are none. What else do we need? What's the next highest priority? Centre back. We've only got 3 centre backs and 3 centre mids, but there's potentially a centre mid on the way in. So let's look at centre backs. Luke Jenkins off of Wimbledon. Can we get you for free, Luke Jenkins off of Wimbledon? Yes, we can. So we'll take a piece of that. And then what else did I say? So centre back. It would be handy to get a better goalkeeper than the one we've got. But not possible. Is there someone who can... No. Look at centre mids. Not really very good. Let's just look at players who can play anywhere. See what we can find. So Jack Jenkins. Do we need more strikers? I feel like we've got a lot of strikers. Taylor Horn's the lad from Posh. How's our right back situation? We've got a good right back. That's the thing. I don't know that we necessarily need a right back. But there are some decent right backs on there. Let's wait. There'll be more. Right. So that's going to be our starting 11, the one that we looked at before. I think. In fact, who the hell is this guy? Remy Campbell. Who scored goals. X number of goals for us last year. What's set? What does that mean? What does that mean? Oh, settled status, of course. It's been so long since I've done a early years save in England. I'd forgotten what settled status was. It's not since the first couple of seasons of home that I've had to care about what that means. Right. So we've got a few players. A few of our non-contract boys are involved today. That's not necessarily a disaster. What concerns me more is him not being considered good enough to even sit on the bench by Quick Pick, despite the fact that we're paying him £300 a week. We'll worry about that later. Let's just look at some set pieces. I mean, I had a feeling Stobbsy would be doing a few. Oh, Stobbsy. And then for corners, we are obviously going to do the usual near post. Aim for 6'5", you special boy. Oh, lovely. 6'5", and you can't teach that. And you can hover around out there like that. Oh no, not far post. Not far post. Get you in there. You in there. You in there. Can't read off the back of the shirts. These shirts are absurd. I think that's what I wanted to do. Penalty. I'm not going to mess around with throw-ins. Penalties we can just quick pick. Remaining captains we can quick pick. Right. This is what we're going with. First day of the new season. Who are we playing? AFC Telford. How good are they? Nobody knows. So we're predicted 16th. Telford predicted 15th. I mean, this is how we find out how good we really are. Let's go to Telford and see what happens. Loads of people not fit because my pre-season was a mess. Beautiful work. Right. Nothing to lose here. Of course we've got nothing to lose here. Let's just go for it. Ooh, this isn't the right... What's all this? Right, TV is what we normally use, but I think we... No, we don't. We use it about there, and then we zoom in all the way. Key highlights, behind... Yeah, so everything else is all right. There we go. So we're the ones in the blue shirts, are we? Yeah, the purpley, pinky, bluey shirts. I just saw that there was the Bourne from last year. Yeah, Bourne. Yeah, like Scotty says, Bourne are a real club. From just down the road. If you go down the A1, actually, you won't want to go down the A1. You'd have to turn off at Colsterworth if you want to end up at Bourne. If you go down the A1 to Colsterworth, where there's a new McDonald's and an old Burger King, depending on what type of burger you like, if you turn off there, go through Corby Glen, eventually you'll end up in Bourne. Kev, geography with Kev. Oh, I've just knocked 3 cans over. They all had a little bit of spit left in the bottom. Right, here we go. First goal. Oh, right. Are we getting it out to Stobbsy? Why is Stobbsy not had the ball yet? What's that all about? Good sheep fair in Corby Glen. And the sheep fair in Corby Glen is often on at the same time as Goose Fair in Nottingham. So every year when we drive through to Goose Fair in Nottingham, or we won't now because we won't drive in that direction, we drive past the sheep fair in Corby Glen and say to Andy, should we go to this fair where there's like 3 rides? And he's not happy. We have to keep on going to Goose Fair in Nottingham instead. Drew, thank you for the sub. I don't know how the fair people decide who has to have the short straw and go to Corby Glen Sheep Fair rather than going and earning a fortune at Nottingham Goose Fair. But clearly that decision is made somewhere. Where's the giraffe fair? My garden. What is this? What is this? I don't understand. This isn't my normal screen setup, is it? Right, 1-0 down at half time. It's not disastrous. Should probably be training this tactic. But what is a little bit of a worry is old Stobbsy's not had much of the ball because we're playing him in the wrong position. We need to get a left winger in pronto so we can get him over on the right. Get Patter over here. And then Drew can just go and sit in his garden or something and that'll do. Come on, boys. Give it to Stobbsy. Oh, no. Just no. Da, 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 da. Come on, out you come. Oh, Gordon Bennett. Welcome back to non-league, Kev. Did you miss me? What just happened? Why didn't he head it? He came, grabbed it, knew he wasn't in his area, so let go, but didn't get booked, didn't give away a free kick, didn't head it, just dropped the ball at his feet and carried on running. What a buffoon. Right. So we've got 2 strikers, a right back and a centre back on the bench. Well, he's not a right back, he's the right winger, isn't he, that we brought in. So let's get him on for some energy. Let's push these boys further forward. And let's get Guy on up front. And go more attacking. And we want to focus play down the right. We want to do that. Focus play down the left, sorry. Get the ball to Stobbsy. All about Stobbsy. More! The goal direct from the corner was superb, I know. Here we go, here we go, here's a goal. What control that was. Oh, God. Gordon Bennett, what was that? Come on, Stobbsy. This is set up wrong. We haven't got our formation on there. I knew it wasn't right. Well, you know what? We were away from home. We're relegation favourites. I can cope with a defeat in our first match. Let's just not make a habit of it. We're bringing in a bunch more trialists. We've got loans potentially coming in. Right, Kidderminster at home next. Oh, wow. Then we've got Kettering and Boston early on as well. Yowzers. Yowzers. Right, these players aren't good enough for now, and that's all I really care about. Are they going to come into the team now? No. We sold 209 season tickets. That's not too bad, is it? Yeah, I'm playing. For those of you who weren't here at the start when I explained what we've done, I just started a vanilla FM21 save just on the updated database from Christmas, and holidayed forward a year, and then picked one of the newly promoted clubs to manage. Grantham were one of those. Right, Luke Jenkins is in as another centre-back option. The only problem is he's not very good. At least we've got more bodies to play centre-back now, which is handy, I guess. We really need a left winger. Right, you are the one. Get in here. We also need a midfielder. Let's see, I've not heard of any of these. What are my scouting assignments? Whatever my chief scout told them to be. Because that's how I roll. My director of football is doing great work trying to bring in players as well. Oh, but he immediately went somewhere else. And so did the other guy. So the two players he tried to sign actually signed for somebody else. So he's doing a decent job of identifying players, but not actually doing very well at signing them. I might have to just check what he's offering. Maybe he's messing up at that stage. Right, so team-wise then, we can't really change very much because we haven't really got any other players to bring in. So more of the same then. Let's hope we win this one. The first home game of the new era. Kyle the gingerbreads. Gingerbread. 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 Right, is everything else... These things aren't where I normally have them. That's what's troubling me, I think, about that. Right, now we've got our stripy clothes on today. Maybe we just needed our stripy clothes on. Perhaps we feel more comfortable in pyjamas. Nope, we don't. No, we don't. Ridiculous. Never understood playing in stripes. Just pick a colour. Don't be so indecisive. Right, hold on. We need to fix this screen. So that goes there. Latest scores go there. They're all right there. But then we have... Do we have them this way round? Is that my usual screen? I actually think we have these the other way around. I think that's my normal layout. Otherwise, I'm going to get very upset about it. Yeah, to get the 6 options on there, you just need a bigger screen resolution. So you can either zoom out or buy a big monitor. I'm on a big 28-inch 4K monitor, so I could have like 15 on there. It wouldn't look very good on stream in 1080p. I'd have a lovely time. Come on then, come on then, come on then. What a guy. Oh, had that one teed up. You're going to get that every time he scores a goal this year. What a guy. What a guy. We are 24th in the league currently. That's troubling. That's very troubling. That looked like he handled that. I thought our defender had just caught that. Come on, boys. More. Why are they so bad? Because they're a newly promoted side, and I've signed 15 players and released the whole of last year's team. We changed the system we were using on match day at the start of the season. If we can avoid relegation this year, that'll be fine for the first year. That's the only goal for this first season, avoid relegation. And we are going to lose a few games before we end up any good. Poor old Stobbsy, wishing he hadn't signed that 2-year contract. Did you know, Kevin, real life Grantham backroom team holding a meeting every Sunday morning in the Asda Cafe? I didn't know that, but I can imagine it because the Asda Cafe is spot on. Been there, lovely. Come on then. No. No. I mean, this is Kidderminster. Kidderminster are a big club at this level. What are they doing down in the Conference North anyway? Other than absolutely smashing us. Oh God, this is going to be hard. FM21's too easy. Shut up. Shut up, moron. It's too easy, innit? FM21's too easy. Shut up. Oh dear. Oh, Guy. Come on then. Here we go. See, that's a nice pass. We're suddenly playing some football. We might have to go back to our original plan of just playing counter-attacking. Maybe this is a little bit too ambitious for the quality of player that we've got. Although we're actually knocking it around quite nicely now they're 3-0 up and don't care anymore. FM21 is not too easy. All FMs in the past. As hard as you, I'm not sure what you mean. Right, we're going to do the pointy finger. Pushing the boys forward. We're getting back into it in the second half. We don't take our foot off the pedal. Attack, 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 attack. Come on. Come on. Do a football. Is that Datsun Packer you have playing for you? I mean, all you have to do to know for sure is to read what you've written and then read the name of the player that's on the screen and realise it's a completely different name. And then you'll know. Stobbsy's injured. Stobbsy. You twazzock. What are you doing getting injured? We're paying you nearly £500 a week. Don't you smiling, you moron. You play injured or not. You're earning nearly as much as I am. Smile at me. You wang basket. Got anyone who can play on the left wing? How have we got ourselves in this situation where we've got no one else who can play on the left wing at the club? Oh dear. Well, I guess we're going to have to make do with what we've got, which is we're going to do 3 up front and 3 at the back. We're going to take Patter off. No, we're not. We're going to take Drew off. We're going to put Patter there. We're going to throw Hope in just there. We're going to bring new boy Jenkins on. And we're going to do this. Because we haven't got any other players. There we go. Let's try it. Abbott needs to come off. But we don't have a midfielder. We only have defenders and strikers. Right, here we go. Look, here we go. Here we go. We did a football. Beautiful. Any ideas for the next YouTube series now that home's close to finishing? We'll just go down to one video a day after home. Just be born every day, like it is at the moment. But there's no reason to put to start a new YouTube series now. He looks like he can play midfield. With a name like that, you must be able to play in midfield. Can any of you like play in midfield? Anyone? Anyone able to play in midfield? Looks like it's him then. How tall is he? 6 foot. Just pick the shortest one and put him in midfield. We're going full non-league. Right, he's 5'10". Right, you can go in midfield then. The lad who's just come in on loan, and I'm now putting him in midfield because he's only 5'10". You only just signed me. Shut up. Oh, hold on. Anna's phoning me. I'll just check there's no danger upstairs. Bath plug's gone missing. She was asking if I'd seen the bath plug. We might actually get back into the game here, boys and girls, with this absurd system that we're playing in. The team's good when they can't hear me. Yeah. Maybe this is just the future of football that we're doing right here. We've stumbled across the tactic already. Maybe this is the formation to use. Oh, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Oh, if he scores there. It's the plug not changed the bath. Well, ordinarily it is, but evidently it's now not, which suggests a young child has ripped it off and put it somewhere so he doesn't have to have a bath. We've won a penalty here, boys and girls. Excellent stuff. Come on. Come on. We can't do this formation all season, surely. Just keep on going, boys. Keep on going. Encourage them. Kev's a genius. Aren't I just? I'm a nut. Wow. Megalith, thank you very much for the sub. We'll drop back to positive now, I think. So I guess we're gonna try this in the next game. I cannot believe what I've just seen happen. I'm assuming this is just a one-off. That's the problem. These Stubbs doesn't fit into this system. And he's our best player and our highest paid player. And I don't think he's going to take very kindly to be telling him he plays left back now. So we're not going to be making a long-term switch to this system. We're going to find a way to get the best out of Stubbsy. I think this is just a one-off freak result because they weren't expecting it. We've just stumbled across something that works perfectly against this team. It might be a sloped pitch. Maybe we're playing downhill. What a comeback. Well, I hope I've got a mention in the non-league paper for that incredible piece of football management. Stubbsy's out for 2 weeks. You need to learn to play left wing back, son. Anna's gone from asking me if I found the bathroom plug and sounding really stressed to now she's just sent me a t-shirt that says Annasaurus on in the Jurassic Park font. She's just a fascinating human. It's amazing. Right. Let's... I assume that means they found the plug. How do you duplicate attack? It's so long since I've been setting a team up. I want to kind of duplicate what we've got, but actually we'll just start from here. So a 5-2-3, I guess that would be cool. Does it exist in game? I guess that's the closest to it, but you then put these two up front. I think what we did, we had pressing forward on support in the middle, and then an advance forward either side. We then had a box-to-box and a deep line playmaker. And then we put the two wing backs on attack. I remember doing that. I think this is what we did. And we were on attacking. I don't know if being on attacking is crucial. But that's it. That's the system that we just used. So we shall now use again. Which I guess we now need to, as a matter of urgency, find a left wing back. Can we have a left wing back, please? No, because obviously not, because it's non-league. Nobody can play wing back in non-league. It'll be fine. Right. Loans. What have we got? Taylor Conway. Can we have him, please? Yeah, let's take him. See, he is a left. Should we try and just take him? We'll take a left back. We do really need a left winger still. So I suspect we are going to end up using a system with wingers in. That'll do for now. Right, so we want to be training this ridiculous system. We'll sort set pieces out shortly. This is going to be very interesting if this works. Is he wearing a suit? That is amazing. He looks a lot older than 18 years old as well. And he is definitely wearing a suit there. Right, can I go on a coaching course, please? No, still not, because I messed it up by asking to go too early. Right, Dylan Jones. Who the hell are you? You're a winger. Okay. Well, in you come then. This is exactly what we asked for. Obviously, I had a tough paper out and ended up managing the news agent. That's brilliant. Right, can you play left wing back, Dylan Jones? No. Do you think you could learn in 2 days? Right, so apparently Patter is the one who's being sent over there. Not sure how I feel about that. We'll see how it looks on the pitch, I guess. But we went attacking with it. We did, didn't we? That's exactly what worked before. And then we just need to get our corner instructions set up right. So near post. Watch us get absolutely spanked here and never use the system again. It'll go down as our emergency system that we only use when everything's going really badly wrong. And we need to change a game. I cannot read these shirts. They're ridiculous. I'm actually having to hover over players. Absolutely absurd. We should have another centre back somewhere, but I don't know where he is. There he is. And another striker. Oh, it's so confusing with these shirts. She's now sent me a link to a dog groomer, even though we've already got Dave booked in for a haircut. Definitely think the plug has been found, or she's given up on the idea of giving Andy a bath. It's got to be one of those two things, I think, in this situation. Right, that's what we're doing. Put all names on so it's easier to watch the game. Oh no, all names on is horrible. Oh, it's horrible. Have you ever put all names on? It is horrible. Right, we have another midfielder in. Taylor Conway. Ryan Muldoon is coming in as well. There you go. We're getting everybody in now. How many loans is that? We're only allowed 6 long-term ones. We don't want to waste them all up front. Right, we've done 4. That would have to do. That should get us to a half-decent sized squad, I think. So if we get rid of... Why have we still got players in on trial? Get rid of all the trialists off of here. So I can actually see how many players we've got. So we now have a squad of 21 players. I think a 21-man squad is fine for non-league. I think this might get the job done. Right. So I'm going to put Hope at left back. Because I don't see why he shouldn't be able to do it. We played Jenkins in midfield last time, for goodness sake. Right. Let's see if lightning strikes twice then, I guess. Ah. Ah. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Away against Kettering, who are also playing a back 3. See, we're fancy together. I mean, our front 3 against their back 3, with our wing backs pushing on an attack, we should actually cause them a lot of problems here. I don't see how they're lined up to be able to defend against us at all, really. It's like they haven't scouted our last match. Or they're about to absolutely ruin us. Imagine if this becomes our system that we now use. Nix isn't in, is he? He's going to have a field day seeing me use 3 at the back. But we stumbled across accidentally because we just had too many strikers and too many centre-backs and not really anyone who could play anywhere else. So we were stumbled into having to do this. Sean.
A whole year of giving money to a posh fan.
12 months. Thank you very much.
Thumbs up.
Lovely old stuff. Oh, another message from Anna. What's she got now for me? Oh, it's more about the dog grooming place. So we gave away a penalty and the goalkeeper didn't even try and save it. Oh. Oh. I see. Get Stubbsy back in. We're going to go back to plan A after this, I think. Ugh. Yeah, this is a 1-team save. Might be a very short one if we don't figure out a way to not be rubbish. 1 team got sacked. No, Nick's back. We have to stop with the 3 at the back. Yeah, definitely. Oh, can you imagine him telling us all about how he was right all along? Well, this isn't working. To summarize, it worked in that one game because it was such a... I think because we were getting so battered, the game was going so badly against us, and we changed everything so drastically. I think it was just a shock. We won via shock. So now we need to try and shock back the other way, and we'll change to a 4-2-4 at half time and see if that shocks it back the other way. Yes, this is the first stream of the new series. New club. This is only our 3rd game. Right, here we go. Here we go. Look, we've got 3-on-2 here. This is what I was looking for. Why are you not squaring that? Why are you not squaring that? We got 3 strikers against 2 defenders, and somehow he doesn't square it to the guy who's not marked. What a moron. Right. We go back to this version of it. And we've got the new guy who can come on and play on the left wing. Talking of Guy, why is Guy not in the team? We're going to bring Guy on. We're going to bring him on. We're going to bring Drew up. We're going to make 3 changes at half time. I'm just going to go for it. There we go. Go for it, boys. Drastic change. More. See if they can cope with this. I mean, we know how good Kettering are. We got promoted back to back with them at the start of FM21. We know Kettering are a good side. They're only in 10th at the moment. We know they're a good team, though. So we're not going to be too worried about not doing very well against Kettering. Yardinio, this is our 3rd game. Just noticed there's 4 teams get relegated as well, which has alarmed me far more than I was expecting it to. 4 teams relegated. Oh. Well, I don't know how much we can judge this tactic on an away game against Kettering. We know they're better than we are. I mean, we've had 2 massive chances as well, and we've scored 1 of them. So it's tricky. It's really tricky to know what to do next. But as several of you are saying, what a guy. What a guy. Look at the state of our central midfielders, by the way. Can we just... I mean... Oh, dear. Oh, dear me. Guy's ending his goal drought. How long was his goal drought? Oh, he's prolific. He scored 4 goals last year in Northern Ireland. And we're paying him nearly £500 a week. Oh. Right, forget this nonsense. We're doing this. This is what we're going to train. Yeah, this is what we're going to do. Who are we playing next? Boston. Why are we playing so many away games at the start of the season? Right. We're going to be... Oh, good. Boston are top of the league, I've just noticed as well. Oh, good. I was hoping Boston would be top of the league, while we still haven't figured out our tactic. That makes things much splendid. Excellent. This is the game where I give you 90 minutes of abuse from the terrace, you monster. The team going to visit the Boston Stump. If there's no public toilets open, yeah. Going to foul the town of Boston as our local rivals. Poo off the stump. Oh, poo off the stump. We're going to poo off the stump. In my experience, football fans often use poo in their chants. They prefer that word to the more expletive-ridden alternative. We're gonna poo off the stump. Poo off the stump. Poop is the better option. Oh dear. Right, here we go. Here we go. Right, have we got them the right way round on the corners? Yes. So, do we want to... I don't really feel the need to play a playmaker, but this guy can't really do anything more defensively solid. I'd quite like to do a ball-winning midfielder and a box-to-box midfielder. But he just can't tackle. Who signed him? Good signing, all things considered, I think. I think you'll agree. Right, what we might do is get these two boys just staying in the middle, waiting for crosses coming over from these four players. Push them both forward. And try that. I'm out of beverage. Yes, Carlton Palmer really is their manager in real life, apparently. I noticed that on the Wikipedia page this afternoon when I was having a nose around. Where's your roof? Can't even afford a roof. Could poo onto the fans from the stump. Molten Gooner, I have no idea what you're talking about. What poll results? What prizes? What? Don't know what you're talking about. Have the mods been doing something? I think he means the bet. Was there a bet? What was the score in the last game? Well, we lost. That is a hideous goal to concede. We haven't conceded a goal, but the fact they've even attempted that at this level is hideous. We need all of the players. We haven't had a shot yet. We might be going back to that original plan that we never actually used of the 4-4-2 direct counter-attack. Just play anti-football for a season to stay up. Because we certainly can't play actual football. So anti-football might be our only option. Try a different formation every half. Yeah, in my experience, that's the route to success in Football Manager. Trying different formations constantly. Oh dear. I think the Mighty Posh will stay up. Yeah, with the signings we've made, absolutely. Top half the way we're going. Just sack the players. We already sacked last year's promotion team. Right, we need Stobbsy back. That's all this is. We haven't got our best player. Once he's back, it'll all be fine. How did you miss me? Where have you been? If you miss me, just turn up for the streams and you won't miss me anymore. I've still been streaming a couple of times a week. Will Vieira survive as Palace manager? No. Because you've asked such a deliciously open-ended question, I can confidently say at some point in the future, he won't be Palace manager anymore. So no, he won't survive as Palace manager. I think he will. Adam, you think Patrick Vieira will be Crystal Palace manager for the rest of eternity? Is that what you're telling me? Because that's basically what you're saying. I'm hedging my bets with no time frame being put on it. Then I can confidently say no, he won't. More than 3 seasons, I'd be surprised. What makes you think he knows how to manage a football team? What team would be the 22 beta? Arsenal, probably. And now Patter's injured. Well, this isn't going very well. Let's try our new boy in there. Let's hope Peterborough go down. I mean, it's a bit of a wangy thing to say, isn't it? Are you just a wang, Adam? If you expose yourself for being a massive wang. Aw. Thought we were getting along so well. And then you made a twazzock of yourself. I didn't say I hoped he did badly at Palace. I said I didn't think he would. Now you've gone and been mean. Casual Kev staying permanent. Casual Kev will be sticking around until FM22. And then he'll probably do the first 6 months of FM22 in a suit. And then when it gets warm again, he'll come back again. It's far too hot in here at the moment to wear a suit. Oh, we're not very good. Oh, we're not very good. But we're outside of the relegation zone, and that's all that matters. Oh. Right, we are... Now we've seen how bad we are. None of this attacking nonsense. We are grabbing 4-4-2, direct counter-attack, and we're just going to do it for the next 6 games and see what happens. Do I think Posh could push for the playoffs? Not straight away, unless we're going to sign another 2 or 3 players of the same kind of quality of the 3 we've already signed. If we keep bringing in players of that kind of quality, anything could happen. But at the moment, I would suggest we'll finish like 16th. That guy again. This guy. My word. This guy. Ah, loosened my microphone. The comeback is on. I think the comeback's fairly unlikely. But we're not in the relegation zone, and that's all that matters. We've got that 1 win. And that's all we needed. I think it's important for us to acknowledge that Kidderminster are only just above us. So that 1 win that we thought was, wow, we just beat Kidderminster. We never should have been 3-0 down against them. And actually playing against the teams that are any good, we've been smashed repeatedly. Southport, on the other hand, are a team we might have a chance against. Falling down this list. Southport are up in 4th place. Right, we're going back to this. This is our system that we built the team around So this is the system that we're going to use. And we're going to use it for the next 6 games, and we're not going to change it. And I'm going to feel very sad about every part of what I've just said, because I love to change it. But the only way to sort out the dynamics, we've got ourselves into a situation here. The only way to sort out the dynamics is going to be to play the same system for a while. So that's what we're going to have to do. So let's just whack our normal corner routine on, which I'm a little bit perturbed we haven't scored from yet. I was expecting goals by now. All right. So that's the system. Where's what's his face? Is he fit again yet? Stobbsy. Stobbsy, are you fit yet? Stobbsy. A day. Good. We need you back. Hope's having a nightmare. Oh, bless him. I mean, in his defence, he's a 2-star player. Being asked to play left back for us. That game against Bamber Bridge is going to be crucial. That's coming up after this one. Because they're 24th at the moment. Rock bottom of the league. We've got to beat them. Should bring Scott Brown in. Look at all that experience. All that experience at this level. Send him back to the under-23s again. He's not welcome here. Look how good he is. All that experience. Look, can we afford him? Of course we can't. Oh my word. Predictions for the Denmark game. I think we'll score so many goals they'll lose count and just abandon the game after about 60 minutes and declare us the winners because they lost count. Not that I'm getting over excited about how good England are, but I think that's probably the most likely outcome. Right. Here we go then. Match 1 of playing miserable football that I'll hate. Where's my England shirt? On the back of the door. Behind that home shirt that's up there. I just swapped them around for today's videos and haven't swapped them back again yet. Going to lose to Italy in the final anyway. Poppycock. It's coming home, Mike. Have you not read the news? Have you not heard the memos? It's coming home. Italy are nothing without Spinazzola. Lost him. Lost everything. Be like England losing Raheem Sterling. You lose your best player, you're going to have problems. We just did a football. He's no better than Luke Shaw anyway. Well, Luke Shaw's the best left back in the world, as we all agreed the other day. The greatest left back of all time, I think. Denmark might shock me. No, they won't. No, they won't. Denmark. Do they even have footballs in Denmark? Harry Kane opinions changed. No. The opinion is still, apparently he's a world-class player. He just doesn't play very well for England very often. I've now seen him have one pretty decent game. I wouldn't say he looked like a world-class player against Ukraine. Firstly, you have to put an asterisk against it and say it was against a very poor Ukraine side. So it almost goes in the same category as the Panama game that he scored goals in. I still don't think I've never seen Harry Kane look like a world-class striker in a football match. I really hope I see that before the tournament ends. It was nice to see. I mean, he's clearly a good finisher. But at the moment, based on, 5 games we've played now? I think Ivan Toney would have scored more than 3 goals in those 5 games playing in his place. He's nearly England's all-time goal scoring tournaments. That doesn't mean he's world class though, does it? I mean, I'm sure he is. Goals aren't everything. Don't be a meathead. I think we talked about this the other day, Marcus, when I called you a meathead. Don't be a meathead. You're falling into average rating territory in Football Manager. Watch the players play. Don't watch it without any of the numbers. You need to watch a few games where someone's edited out all the goals and not told you what the score was, and then decide if players are playing well based on what you see for those parts of the game. Goals are quite important. Goals are quite important, but I mean, other strikers would have scored the same goals. A striker goals kind of is everything, isn't it? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Watch how many goals or assists he's made over the past few seasons. That's nothing to do with England, though, is it? I mean, we're not going down this road again. You lot are wrong, I'm right. It's as simple as that. You can't tell me I've seen him play well just because you've seen him play well. I've never said Harry Kane's not good. What I've said is I've not seen him play well. I have now seen him play quite well, but it was against a poor Ukraine side. If he has a man of the match performance in the final against Italy, then fantastic. But oh my word, some of you, it's like banging my head against a wall with some of you because you're not listening to what I'm saying. I had it on Twitter the other night as well. Oh, Kev, what do you think about Kane now? Same thing as before. He's apparently very, very good, and I've not seen him play well against good opposition. My opinion hasn't changed. So, you know, come back to me when he's met the criteria I'm asking for. Oh, this is a problem. Rooney was awful for England. Was he world class? I only ever saw him playing for England. I never rated Rooney. Never liked him. Once he wasn't a teenager anymore. Again, this is ground we've covered a lot. If you want to know my thoughts on Harry Kane and Wayne Rooney, go and watch the last 2 or 3 stream replays on LOLLUJO Live. We don't need to go through it again because, like Icon Dan says, I'm getting tired of it as well. We don't need to talk about Harry Kane every stream. We don't need to talk about Wayne Rooney. You know what I think. You're just trying to troll me now, some of you. And it's just silly. Oh, we lost again. So maintain Pickford is the one that will let us down. What, our best player apart from Sterling so far? Pickford has looked incredible. Pickford has looked very, very good. And again, I don't have to form my opinion based on how the players have played in the Premier League for the last however many years. I've seen Jordan Pickford play at the World Cup and at the Euros, and he's been a very, very good goalkeeper in both of them. Pickford's great. New to the stream, personally, who's my favourite player? George Boyd. My party salad was amazing. Right, there you go. I thrilled the boys. This is what we need. We just needed to thrill them. And if we get this guy in, this is an incredible piece of business. Harry Maguire is another one that people seem to like to criticise. And I've never seen Harry Maguire have a bad game. He's like the opposite of Harry Kane. I have never seen Harry Maguire look anything other than outstanding. He's an excellent defender. I don't care what he does at club level. I don't care if people don't like him because he plays for Manchester United. Harry Maguire is the best defender England have had for years. Since like Ferdinand and Campbell. That kind of era. Maguire went for a spell for United when he was having a tough time. Yeah, but I've not seen any of that. Who's trolling who now? Well, I'm not trolling anybody. You tell me Harry Maguire having a... I'm not baiting. You tell me when Harry Maguire's had a bad game for England. Bearing in mind they're the only times I've ever seen him play. You tell me a bad game Harry Maguire has had for England in a tournament. The only matches I've seen. I've been told to stop shouting. I actually think it's interesting hearing the thoughts of someone who isn't impacted by Premiership games. Yeah, exactly. Based on what I've seen in the World Cup and in these Euros, Harry Maguire is one of the best defenders in the world. He, I've never seen him put a foot wrong. He brings the ball out of defence beautifully. He's a threat from set pieces. He's a very, very solid defender. Harry Maguire's a great defender. You put a quick player next to him at United, people will realise his class. Is that what he struggles with then? Are they... I mean, I've not even noticed him being particularly slow. Even for United, all the stats indicate he was the best in the Premier League last season. Interesting. So people just don't like the fact he was expensive. Then they're going to hate Jadon Sancho. Or is Jadon Sancho different because he's an attacking player? Haven't they spent the same amount of money on Sancho? Who's younger and done less. Isn't even an international regular. To be honest, I've never seen Sancho play well. Well, yeah. I mean, I give him the benefit of the doubt because he's very, very young. I put him in the same category as all young, unproven players. John Stones is England's best. John Stones is great as well. I think England's back four is the best we've had. Trying to think of a better one in my lifetime. Like a complete back four. If we're looking at a back four of Walker, Maguire, Stones, Shaw. Trying to think if there's ever been a better one. I'm thinking of like Neville, Ferdinand, Campbell, Cole, but Neville was a massive weak link in there. Kyle Walker's much better than Gary Neville was. Never rated John Terry. So Terry wouldn't be in my best. Yeah, Neville, Ferdinand, Campbell, Cole would be the closest, but I think this is probably a better back four than that. Would Trent potentially take one of the spots? I've rarely seen him play. Remember, don't watch the Premier League. So he's not been in these Euros. I don't remember him playing at the World Cup. Maybe, I don't think he did he? Never rated John Terry. Are you mad? No, I just never thought he was any good. I have never been to an England match, no. John Terry was nowhere near Rio Ferdinand, Sol Campbell, Tony Adams level. There you go. We're actually doing some football now, boys and girls. This is what we needed. John Terry was also a horrible person. Again, I don't really know. Joined when you were talking about Kane. How have you felt about Pickford? Best goalkeeper in the tournament? hasn't worried me at any moment. Looks very good value for his clean sheets. Yeah, no fear at all about Pickford. Yeah, Rio Ferdinand's the best English defender I've seen in my lifetime. By probably quite a long way. Definitely a non-Prem watcher opinion on Pickford. But how does watching him play in the Premier League impact how well you think he's played for England? I don't really understand. But I argue Pickford is the opposite of Kane. He's way better for England than he is for Everton. Excellent. Donnarumma's been very good as well. Pickford is world class as an Everton fan. I love him for club and country. Excellent. He's been class for England, just always a worry. Doesn't worry me in the slightest. You can't only rate a player on their performances for the national team. You can rate how well a player plays for the national team based on their performances for the national team. Of course you can. It's insane to rate them on anything else. Why rate them? I mean, choosing who should be playing. You can't pick your England team based on how well the players play for a different team. You pick your England team based on how well those players play for England under the England manager in the system that England play. And Jordan Pickford doesn't put a foot wrong playing for England. So Southgate clearly gets the best out of him. Playing in front of that back four clearly gets the best out of him. Or behind that back four even. Feels like someone trying very hard to misunderstand. Oh, lots of people try to misunderstand me deliberately to troll. Because they're so blinkered in their opinion. They won't hear someone who disagrees. Yeah, anyone who's genuinely criticising Jordan Pickford based on this tournament is clearly just bringing club biases into it. That's all it is. It's club bias. If he was a Cambridge player or a Northampton player, I'd hate him. So I get it. If you're a Liverpool fan, you probably don't like Jordan Pickford. That's fine. But he's been excellent for England. It's probably the Liverpool fans telling me how bad Harry Maguire is as well. And I imagine the ones fighting hardest for Harry Kane are the Spurs fans. And the Man City fans who are looking forward to having him. Well, it looks like we're actually going to end the stream with a pretty comfortable victory in our second game playing this very negative system that has led to 3 goals today. Excellent. Right, boys and girls, next stream won't be until Thursday, because obviously we've got the semi-finals the next couple of nights, so I'm not going to go up against the Euros. I've learned from that lesson, but we'll be back Thursday night to pick up where we've just got to here. So we've played our first, 6 games of the season, and we're just outside the relegation zone. We're on the Kev ratio. That's fine. If we end the season on the Kev ratio, we should be okay. And hopefully we'll start to move on a little bit from that as we start to play more and more teams who aren't any good, like that one that we just played. But for now, we'll find somebody to raid. Who are we going to raid? Let's have a little look to see who's on. We'll raid Viking Dan. Let's raid Viking Dan. So raid Viking. Is it just Viking Dan, or does he have letters or something after it? No, just Viking Dan. Excellent. We'll raid Fraud Dan. Yeah, don't forget to tell him you're the Source Monsters. I'll see you back here Thursday, 7 o'clock-ish, for the continuation of the Gingerbreads. Why are they not called the Gingerbread Men? I don't get it. That would have been obvious.